Hi everyone, Sean McGuire here, and I'm really looking forward to sharing this with you because I can't even come up with a title because it's got so many different elements that can change your life. Should I call it breaking free of strongholds? Should I call it making a new best friend? Should I call it the devil is real? Should I call it setting your life in motion to be limitless for God? I don't know, but we'll figure out the title later. So let's start with this. The devil is real. He really has a strategy to take you out. And what's the greatest way he can do that? Is by accessing your heart. You say, Sean, I don't know that I believe in all that. Well, if you believe that God is real, well, why would you not believe the devil is real? If you believe that God speaks to you, why wouldn't you believe the devil speaks to you? I mean, it just makes sense, right? Living beings speak. They have some kind of a language that's shared, especially if they're sentient and they're intelligent beings like God and Satan. So realize that we live in the tension of a spiritual battle. And if we don't know that or we don't believe that, then we are giving the devil this access to our mind, will, emotions, our heart in a way that he can corrupt because we don't even know it's happening. So let's start by acknowledging that the devil's real and he wants to take us and everyone we love out. That God is real and he wants to take us and everyone we love up. And in love us, care for us, value us, help us to live out of his identity for us. Now, how do we do that? Well, one is we realize that the voices in our head may or may not be from God. What? Yeah, I just said it. They may or may not be from God. The friends and the family in your life, their voices may or may not be from God. No matter how long you've been with somebody, they may not have your best interest in heart, or they may not be healthy enough to even give you love. So consider that you need to be the one to take jurisdiction back over your mind, over your heart. You need to protect it. You need to realize that the devil will make every effort to supplant the voice of God, the truth of God, with his voice. And what he does is he tempts you to be disobedient and distance yourself from God. Because the further away you walk from God, the more access he has to get in the middle of who God says you are and to lie about who he and the world says you are. A lot of people get into relationships with people that don't value them. You know, I see a lot of women and some men, they get into these relationships with people that treat them like their parents. And regrettably, their parents didn't treat them well. And so they tell them that they're not good enough. They're not a good enough parent. They're not a good enough dad. They'll never make enough money, and they can never quite measure up to this constantly moving standard that's moving away from them. And that's a terrible way to live. But if you realize that God has an identity and that the way to stay close to him and to make sure that you're listening to his voice and you're letting the thinking that you choose to think about, you know, temptations come in and they come in and you can reject them, but you can't stop them from coming in, but you can stop them from staying in and thinking and meditating on it. When you realize that the word of God is a measurement that we need to use to determine, is this a holy thought? Is this a pure, lovely, admirable thought? Is this true, noble, right? Is this praiseworthy? Is it excellent? Is it bringing life or taking life? If it's not, we need to push it aside and begin letting God, through our obedience, getting closer, his voice be the one that we listen to the most. Hey, I could go on and on about this for days, but this will help you break free of strongholds, live out of value, and create an identity that you love being you. Hey, if we can serve you, go to newvisioncounseling.org. We have a team of therapists that would love to partner with you, or follow us on Facebook, New Vision Counseling OKC. Enjoy your day.